Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cunard. Let me get you started here, and thank you to CruiseWeb for welcoming and inviting Cunard to participate with you today. It's our pleasure. And I'm going to be bringing up the presentation. Here we are. Whoops. And welcome again. It's Alicia Oliphant, Business Development Manager for Cunard Line. And Cunard is very happy and excited to be celebrating 180th anniversary this year. It is not exactly the year we had hoped, but it's a testament to our legacy. We've been here for 180 years. We intend to be here for another 180. And please rest assured that the protocols and regulations that we have in place for you to join us once we start our operation up again in May and June of 2021 will far exceed your expectations. So thank you for joining us, and let's get started. So here I am, and I thought to just show you a picture when I started 25 years ago at Cunard, and how after 25 years, gravity in gray has come into play, and there I am today. But Cunard is 180 years anniversary, which is pretty incredible, and we've been bringing people together for that length of time. And today we have three magnificent ships, the Queen Mary II, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen Victoria. And adding to our fleet will be the 249th ship we have owned or operated in the last 180 years. And she will be launched in 2023, no name yet, so stay tuned for all the details. We've been having stars on board for decades, and it simply was the only way to cross. And today we still have the stars, but they're making the choice. They want to come on board. So we know we're doing something right. And we hope today you will be joining us on a transatlantic crossing. And I thought to just concentrate on that today, to just show you the life and style that we have going on a transatlantic crossing. We have three pillars, and the first one I'd like to talk to you about is feeling special. This is where you can have the time of your life in an ambiance that is just geared to you, because we have one crew for every two guests. That's like having your own personal crew member as a couple. And we have exclusive grill suites. They're the epitome of luxury, and a lot of signature Cunard experiences that I'll show you as we go through. And the first person that you probably will see when you step on board is our bellmen. And they are, yes, a throwback to another era, but they are all smiles, and their service is outstanding, charismatic, and no is never a solution to any of your requests or requirements. Another pillar is to be inspired. The legendary voyages in iconic cities are phenomenal that we visit, but one of the greatest highlights, I think, is the World-Class Insights program. It truly is spectacular, and the special events are wonderful, and I'll go over a few of them for you. Now, the Cunard Insights. This is a program that we've been doing for decades now. Guest lecturers come on board, and they really enthrall our clients with their expertise and knowledge of their field. So come and enjoy, come on board. You can see that that theater holds about 500 people, and it's always packed. And talking about entertainment and the Insights program, in August 2019, Meryl Streep, Diana Wiest, and Candice Bergen came on board and did a transatlantic crossing to film a new movie that's released today, Let Them All Talk. So watch it on Homebox, HBO Max, and you really will find an interesting way of going through the ship live. It's a very interesting. 80% of the movie was made on this transatlantic crossing, and our passengers and guests like you were there as the backup. So kind of a fun thing to do. You never know who you might meet on board. and some of the themes we have. Now, if you have a lifestyle that can really match up to this, this would be the place to come. A journey of genealogy with Ancestry.com. Here is an opportunity for you to take that kit, find out your ancestry, and then speak to the people at Ancestry.com about it. We are going to have one-on-one meetings set up for you on board. We also have the National Symphony Orchestra, and this is Anthony Inglis in the photo below, and he has a wonderful history with Cunard. As a youngster, he went on Cunard with his mother and his grandparents, and he really has an affinity with us. And he called us up 10 years ago and asked if he can come on board with our orchestra, and of course we said yes. And he's enjoyed every year coming on board, and he even has a passenger participation chorus that he does, and they practice, and then at the end they actually have a show. So it's a lot of fun. Take a look at all those different themes with your cruise web advisor. And here are the signature experiences I were mentioning. We've got the exclusive grill suites, the special event voyages, the afternoon tea. Now this is spectacular. White glove service, cuddle cream, jam. It's delicious. Scones rather. And then the English pub. This is a true English pub with draft beer and the Morel Wellness. I'll talk later about that, as well as the gala evenings. This is a fun experience that I hope many of you will come to love. Another pillar is enjoy the freedom. We're luxury on a grand scale, and it really gives you the opportunity to find a little intimate spot or really just expand yourself throughout the ship. It's up to you. Be as relaxed or do as much as you want, such as going to the Wine Academy, refining your palate. But why take a transatlantic crossing? There are a number of reasons, and I hope it's on everybody's bucket list, at least some of you. And it really is a unique experience. It's a means of transportation and transformation. It takes you back in time, imagining your ancestors taking this famous route as well. And the timeless appeal, it is very glamorous, and we've been doing it for 180 years, and we have the most magnificent ship. This is a true ocean liner, and I'll talk about the difference between that, because that's a question I get quite often. And the inspiring activities, there's so much to do on board. And there are two classic crossings. There's the eastbound crossing and the westbound. Which one will you take? The vacation begins when you get in New York, you step on board the ship, you're on your way to Europe. And the beauty of it is you have the trade winds behind you, very lightly just pushing you along, and when you get to the UK, you have no jet lag at all. You're ready to go. The westbound is after you've had an exciting time in Europe, you get on board, you're more relaxed, and we provide you with an extra hour every day, 12-hour days, in order to make up for the time. So there's so many reasons why you may want to take that crossing. And we consider it better than business class. Compare it to a round trip business class, let's say New York, and see what the price of a balcony stateroom is, plus our one-way air. Because we have such buying power, it's very reasonable. You will find that you have enough money left over to even spend 3 nights in London. And here are the choices for 2021. We'll be starting up in June, and we'll go through the season. Between 2021 and 2022, we'll have close to 50 transatlantic crossings for you to choose from. And we even go beyond Southampton to Hamburg, as well as starting from Le Havre in July. So you can jump to Paris and then go into Le Havre and board the Queen Mary 2 back home to New York. And these are select sailing dates in which we're going to have a little extra for it. We're going to have a host for you on board, as well as an extra onboard shipboard credit. So look at those dates specifically if you would like some added value. And we know that some people just like to get on the ship and consider it the destination. So we've created these round trip New Yorks where you'll spend a day in Southampton if you wish, go up to Chewton Glen if you would like to spend a day at that spa, and then get back on board Queen Mary 2 back to New York. And I thought to go through the accommodations. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the Queen Mary 2 suite with butler service, elegant stateroom, throughout the ship, but this particular one is all the way aft, overlooking the ocean in the wake of the ocean, and it's just so stunning with butler service, as I mentioned. Suites all include free gratuities and a free drink package. And this particular one is a duplex with a lovely bedroom upstairs. And behind it is the dressing room. There's bathrooms on both decks. Just elegance and just relaxation. I'm tempted to someday go in this suite. I may never get out and see the rest of the ship. They're just such a wonderful experience. There's even a wet bar there so that you can have all your meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the full courses that come from the dining room. That is the Queen's Grill restaurant, and here it is. I don't think I'll go to stay in the room all the time because this is so gorgeous. And depending on the category of stateroom or suite that you choose, you will be assigned a particular dining room. And in this case, this is the Queen's Grill. It was remastered 2 years ago, really in the form of what the original Queen Mary ship was. The white leather backs of the chairs, very elegant, and you really feel like you have arrived someplace that is the epitome of luxury. And then we've got the mini suites in the Princess Grill, a separate dining room that's very elegant again. These are lots of tables for two, as you can see, or a choice if you want, up to 8. And these are single seating dining rooms. So you come at your leisure, you will always have your seat reserved only for you. And the Britannia Club, this is a wonderful category that is the top of the standard balcony, but we've created a separate dining room that is similar to the Queen's Grill or Princess Grill, because we found that there are some people who are not ready yet to step up to the price of the suites, but they want that experience, and the Britannia Club offers them that. It's single seating dining. You will always have an assigned seat in the dining room, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's your seat always. And then the balance of the ship has Britannia sheltered balconies, and these are great for April and May and October because the weather can be a little bit rougher, and yet we have these sheltered balconies so you can even sit outside if you wish. Ocean views, as well as single occupancy staterooms. So if you're bringing the family or you're bringing friends and family and you're going by yourself, we have very advantageous fares for a single stateroom. And you can note, this is not just a twin bed, it's a twin and a half. So it's very comfortable and in single stateroom category of Oceanview. And we've got interior staterooms as well, because we hear people say, oh, I'm going to be out on the ship. I don't need all the price point of the higher categories. We do have this available for you. And this is the dining room for the standard balconies, Oceanview, and inside staterooms, elegant 3 decks high, the width of the whole ship, and you just make your grand entrance coming down the stairway from the other deck down into the main dining room. And the acoustics are fabulous. You can't even hear the next table. It's really spectacular. And we have the only kennel on board, afloat rather. And so if you have a dog or a cat and want to bring them with you, please feel free to do that. Just remember, again, we get a lot of questions about this. A tip. Book your kennel first, and then we'll find you accommodations. That's how popular they are. As I said, there's so much to do on board. There's just a choice. In fact, we have a flyer that the Cruise Web Advisor will be happy to share with you that tells you 101 things to do while on board. And fine dining is definitely an option on board, as all cruise ships, but we try to take it to another level with wonderful afternoon tea every day, tableside cooking in the grills, as well as in the Britannia Club, and just alternative restaurants such as the Steakhouse at the Verandah for a nominal charge of about $39 a night in the evening rather, and $20 for lunch per person. You can come and just enjoy a Steakhouse at the Verandah dinner, especially if you're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or just a get-together after this horrendous year we just had. So here's an opportunity to spend time and appreciate each other's company. And the Golden Lion Pub is a great place to get a lunch free of charge, take a pub lunch, draft beer, watch the sports on the TV. And the King's Court, this is a lovely area, and the buffet is also set up with different food items and stations of different cuisine. But in the evening, we actually transform a section of this King's Court to different themed restaurants: Bamboo, Coriander, Smokehouse, La Piazza, and Aztec. As you can imagine, Asian, Indian, barbecue, Italian, and Mexican. And you'll know this as soon as you walk on board. We'll have the days in which what theme will be assigned, and you're more than welcome to make a reservation, and you're on your way to an extraordinary dining experience. It's $17.50 per person when you dine here. So let's talk about, oh, okay, let me see if I missed a place. Yes, the casual days into evening. I thought to just go over this because some people think, again, it's a myth and perception I hear often that we're stuffy and formal, but yet all day long, please feel free to wear shorts, sneakers, tongs if you want, those flip-flops, and 5 swimming pools permit you to have bathing suits on all day long if you wish. And of course, you can wear your bathrobe to the spa. That's very elegant and just a wonderful place to just relax. And yet our spa, the Morel Spa, was designed exclusively for Cunard by Canyon Ranch Spa. And what they have done is created a holistic experience, a lifestyle on board. So it doesn't just include the spa, it includes the cuisine every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There'll be a spa menu available. There's also lectures and just classes that you can take. And one thing that I've gotten, I thought to give you sort of a way through the ship. One thing I've discovered, especially with my husband, I had to really pull him to come on board. But once he got on board, the thing that he loved the most about a transatlantic crossing was that he didn't have to get up in the morning to go on a shore excursion. This was his wonderful experience. I had to drag him off to get off the ship. And one thing we also have is a promenade that goes all the way around the ship and 3 times makes a mile. So if that's a lifestyle that you have at home, we have it for you on board. And anyone up fencing, anyone? You're up for it? If you've never thought about it, now's the opportunity. We have classes on board. It takes an hour a day for 5 days. And at the end, we have a competition. So it's a lot of fun to take part in. And get your rhythm on board Cunard. We have fabulous dancing every single day, lessons besides in the evening to a full orchestra. And the Wine Academy that I mentioned, again, this is a series of 5 one-hour classes that you take and you get your certificate as a sommelier. Wonderful conservatory, afternoon tea, white glove service, music playing. It really is one of those wonderful moments during the day where you actually can sit down and totally relax, and yet you feel like you're in an elegant restaurant or hotel in London. And another feature that only on Cunard is the planetarium. This is a show that we have. We actually have 5 different shows. We run them every single day so that everybody on board the ship has an opportunity. There are only 150 seats underneath the dome that comes down and zooms you into outer space with these wonderful shows that run 15 to 20 minutes long. Don't tell anybody, but this is a great place to take a nap as well. As you can see, the seats recline. But it really is a spectacular experience only on Cunard. And disconnecting on the day, we've got lots of deck space everywhere throughout. You'll see even the top has deck space with chairs available to you. And why not have a wedding on board? Yes, the sea, especially to going transatlantic. Imagine that invitation saying the latitude and longitude of the location, or just renew your vows. We do that as well. Now, talking about a night on the town. This is something going from day into evening, and dress up is part of the experience of going on board the Queen Mary to Transatlantic Crossings. And we know, if you come to New York or you go to London, you want to have that dress up moment, and you do take that type of clothing. So it's just the same, especially if you're going to be celebrating a big milestone in your life. And the casino, I like to show this because I just want to show again that we are luxury on a grand scale, but you have lots to do and to choose from. Even if you don't like to gamble, it's there for you to choose. And dinner with new friends if you should have made new acquaintances, or if you're a group coming on board as family and friends, come on and enjoy getting dressed up. enjoy the music throughout the ship. The gala balls, we don't call them formals anymore, we call them gala balls, and they're really a lot of fun. We usually have 3 of them on a transatlantic crossing of 7 nights long. And they're just very participatory from you coming on board. Lots of great entertainment and shows, or just take the time to relax and reconnect. We hear a lot of people are wowed by the fact that they didn't realize that they would really get time to talk and relax and rekindle romances. And don't forget, bring the kids if you want. We love children. We have a full children's program. And again, this is a question I get a lot about. Actually, I get a lot of, oh, I didn't know that. But yes, we take them as young as 1 year old on a transatlantic crossing, and we take care of them up until 10:30 at night for the younger children and up to midnight with babysitting services for the older kids. So getting back to the dress, as I said, you can wear a tuxedo, but dark a jacket and a tie, you're fine. And the relaxed always venues are always there for dinner and entertainment if you do not want to get dressed up on the gala evenings. We've got wear the pants, wear the jeans, no problem. So just to give you a glimpse into what you can expect to wear and the combinability that you should expect when you do book your cruise with Cunard and the Cruise Web. All this combinability is available to you. And if you're a past passenger, depending on the number of cruises that you have been with us or cruise days, you'll enjoy even additional amenities. And at this very moment, the Cruise Web has an exclusive benefit of up to $300 onboard credit, but book this by December 18th. And it is combinable with our Discovery Awaits You event, which is now through February 25th, with an additional onboard credit, the past passenger discount, and of course, always guests in the grill suites will enjoy free drinks and free gratuities. Don't forget our air, because it's very reasonable due to our buying power, and we've got land programs available to you pre or post, if that should be your choice. And this is something, again, I get a lot of questions about this. How much luggage can I bring? One thing you can do, you can bring as much luggage as you wish. Of course, it depends. If you're going to come back on Cunard Transatlantic, then it doesn't matter how much luggage you have. If you're going to fly, you'll have to check with the airline. But we also have a service that picks up your luggage from the ship or from your home, brings it on board, sends it back home, your choice how you want to do it. And you don't have to imagine going on your flight transatlantic with only your carry-on, and that's it. We can take care of that through the White Star Luggage Service. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your time today, having taken this opportunity to talk to you about Cunard. And just want to let you know that some of the questions I got, I think we have time for maybe one question. But again, getting back to the kennels, this seems to be so popular. We take specific types of dogs. We take big and small dogs, don't worry. But we do have a list of them on Cunard.com, and your Cruise Web advisor certainly can also go over that with you. They're $800 in the smaller kennel, $1,000 in the larger kennel. Prices are always subject to change, but we love them, and we give them a certificate that they crossed. We have bedding for them. We have a mascot that takes care of them during the day. We've got a deck area that you can always come out and enjoy. So that seems to be the most popular question I get. So I hope that helped you. And I look forward to seeing many of you on board and be able to wave and say thank you for joining us. And it's been a pleasure to talk with some of you here today. I'm not always very good at this, so again, thank you, and hope to see you on board.